Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Happy Friday. It is Friday, June 28th, last Friday of June, Friday before a long weekend here in Canada. On Monday, it is July 1st. It's going to be Canada Day, the day we celebrate our wonderful country. So, bit long weekend. I hope you guys are going to have a great, relaxing weekend. I've got my shirt that says, craft your heart out. I'm definitely going to be crafting my heart out. I got lots of fun stuff I'm going to be working on this weekend. I cannot wait. And yeah, just relaxing is in store for this weekend. How about you? Are you planning on doing anything fun? I have never been so excited about rain before. We got lots of rain overnight. I got to go out and check my rain barrel, my collection containers, I call them, out in the yards because I'm hoping I got some good accumulation in there because we're still not out of the woods yet with that water main break here in Calgary. What a crazy, crazy time. But we're going to get through it. We are Calgarians. We are tough. We're going to get through it. I just hope my plants get through it. And the rain was fantastic for the trees and the grass because we haven't been able to turn on the sprinklers or anything, right? There's a big fine if you do that. So wouldn't want to do that anyway, go against the rules right now. So anyway, my daughter and I, did I tell you guys, my daughter and I went on an adventure last weekend. We went down to the Bow River and collected a whole bunch of containers in my wagon. I have been using river water to water my flowers in the pots, right? So that's helped. It's helped with my with the conserving of water. Hello, everyone. Hi, Margaret. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Ethel. Hello, Connie. Hi, Mary. Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Marlene. Good morning. Good morning. I rewatched part of my video yesterday. What a wonky video. Thank you all for your kindness, your hearts, your love, your support yesterday. They're not always, well, who am I kidding? They're never polished. The videos are live and things happen, right? And you guys definitely lifted me up, lifted my spirits with all your support. Thank you so much. All right, let's flip the camera. I've got my 5th card using Country Birdhouse. I love this bundle. That little birdhouse is so amazing. I'm not done with it. I'm just begun, but we did 5 cards this week. I'll do a little recap at the end like I like to do on Friday. And if you live in Canada and you want to get these card kits, the deadline is midnight on Sunday, June 30th, to place your minimum $60 order to get these card kits from me. And of course, June 30th is also the deadline for the bundle sale. So all the bundles in the catalog, the die bundles, I should mention that. It's die bundles. So not the punch bundles, it's die bundles in the catalog are an extra 10% off. So it's a smoking deal, as well as the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, the big one, and the 2 little ones. They are both on sale too. All 3 of them are on sale for 10% off. So if that's been on your mind and you're like, I got to get that order in, I get it. Everybody's busy, so you may have forgotten to place your order. So I want to remind you that the deadline is on Sunday. If you're not on my email list, you definitely want to go over to my blog at rosecoleman.com. And when the pop-up window comes up, put your information in and you can sign up to get blog posts. You can also sign up to get my newsletter and you'll get all the information. I like to send reminder emails about my weekly special and my weekly feature. So let's get started on today's fun fold. Here we go. We're going to flip the camera. Here we go. All right. So we've got, what have we got on our desk today, at my desk today? We've got a little Misty Moonlight cardstock here. We're going to make, this card is going to be a Misty Moonlight version. Let me just tidy up here a little bit and share with you what I've got to show you here. So the Country Birdhouse Bundle, that is my weekly feature this week. And it's a bundle, of course, 10% off already from Stampin' Up, but they're giving us an extra 10% until June 30th. So the bundle number is 163401. Do a little screen capture of this if you'd like. It's on sale until Sunday night, $57.50. Amazing bundle. The regular price is $64.75 in Canada. So you got to grab that one. You're going to love it. Just going to put this on the back here. Okay, the dies, set of 23 dies comes in the bundle. Oh my goodness, they are all amazing. And we're going to play with a lot of these today. Hello everyone. Good morning, good morning. Gardening and crafting plans for Marie. That's a great long weekend plan. Absolutely. Hi, Joy. Hello. Hello, Joan from Washington State. Hi, Corey. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Mary Ellen. It was so funny, Janet says. I'm glad I provided some humor for you guys. I laughed at myself too. That's what it's about, right? Just laugh at yourself. You might as well. The dies. Oh my goodness. They are fantastic. All these dies. We're going to play with them. I'll share with you. Let me raise my camera a little bit so you can get a better look at my desk. I'll move my coffee out of the way. And let me bring in the card we're making today. This is a double gatefold card, guys. Oh, check it out. It opens like this. So we got a double gate going on here, coming together with that birdhouse at the front like that. Isn't that fantastic? You guys like it? I see your hearts. Thank you so much. So we're playing with like a lot of features of this bundle. So the bundle, as I've been mentioning all week, it's not on, you can't get the entire bundle if you put the bundle sale in, or sorry, the suite. And you wouldn't want to put the entire suite in because if you like both bundles on page 50 here, you want to put them in separately anyway so you can get 10% off, right? So the one I've been playing with is the Country Birdhouse Bundle, but also in the suite is the Country Flowers, equally as beautiful. But I don't like to feature too many bundles, so I like to limit myself to one. There's some other products that are in this suite. We've got the beautiful Country Lace paper down here, which I'm going to be using today. The Country Woods 12 by 12 paper is not in stock right now, but it's coming back. I think it's July 3rd next week. So we'll watch for that. I'll remind you guys when it's back in the warehouse. We've got the Petal Pink and White Ribbon Combo Pack. We've got the Eyelet 3D folder, and as well we've got the gems. I call them gems. They are the bling, which are called Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. So you're going to want to get all of these things because they are wonderful. Okay, let's get started. As I show you right here, this is my Smoky Slate version. I'm going to make a Misty Moonlight version. Okay, so let's bring in our cardstock. So I've got a full piece of cardstock because I want to show you how to do this from start to finish. All right, so I need a paper trimmer. Let's grab my paper trimmer. We're going to cut this paper to be 5.5 by 11. So let's extend out the arm of my paper trimmer. And we're going to cut at 5.5 by 11. So we're going to use the whole thing. Because of all of the different score lines, you need to use the full sheet. So 5.5 by 11. Now, if you did buy the 12 by 12 paper, you can get 2 out of sheet, right? So that's another little plug for the 12 by 12 paper. The combo pack, the family pack. Okay, so there's my cardstock. I'm going to bring in, this is a must-have in my craft room. This is my Simply Scored board, and I'm going to score at 4 different score marks. And they are 1 1/4. I've got my markers set here. So we're going to just go ahead and score at 1 1/4, 3 3/8, 7 5/8. Make sure I'm in the right track, and 9 3/4. Okay, so that's our 4 score lines. And then we're going to reinforce those score lines. We're done with the Simply Scoreboard, so we'll move that out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and fold these up. Grab my bone folder, and we're just going to reinforce those score lines. So the first one, it scores backwards, okay? So we're going to do a mountain like that, and then we're going to do a valley, and then we're going to do another mountain over here, and then backwards to make another valley. So these 2 little pieces here make the front gate, if you will. Okay, so there's our structure of our card. Okay, so the designer series paper that I'm pulling in, let me show you that. We're going to play with Country Lace today. So Country Lace, oh, this is such a pretty paper. What were the measurements for the box? Oh, Jennifer, I'll have to get those. I don't have them in front of me here, but I will get them. I will post them. Absolutely. Hello, Christine. Hello, Sue. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so we have paper, country lace. We're going to feature this paper. Let me show you. I don't know if I showed this pattern all week long, but we have the smoky slate pattern, which is what I used on this card. Okay, so that's my background strips that I'm referring to. So we're going to use a different pattern, but let me show you. Here's a screen capture. If you want to screen capture this, 163415 is the 12 by 12 country lace paper. Here's the smoky slate pattern. As you know, you get 2 sheets of both. Then we have some basic beige pattern here. It's the stripes. Love this paper. So beautiful. Look at this one. Misty Moonlight featured here. On the background, we have petal pink with the polka dots. Then we have basic beige. It's the same pattern with that cluster there, that little like floral, I guess you would call it. Beautiful, basic beige. The background has a nice neutral smoky slate, kind of like a denim, almost like a denim pattern. Then we've got another pattern featuring the Misty Moonlight. I love this one too. And then the background of that one is that kind of denim-y pattern with basic beige. So you get a good look at this. Good morning, Denise. Rainy from Saskatchewan. Yeah, it's kind of rainy here too. We had a pleasant, I'm really excited about the rain. We really need it here with our water main break and that state of emergency. It's crazy. It's been nuts. Here we have another pattern with a really slight light version of the basic beige. And then check this out. This is the smoky slate, that nice, almost looks like corduroy a little bit, right? If I hold that a little close. So this is smoky slate. And last but not least, we have this petal pink version. So this card that I'm making can be made with all these different patterns, right? Or any patterns that you have at home. And look at this. This truly does look like denim, right? If you hold that up on the light there. So we're going to play today with Misty Moonlight. So I've got my pieces cut here. And they'll all be in the PDF, which I will be posting shortly after I get this video done. I'll upload the video to YouTube, and then I'll get this all posted for you. So we have DSP, 2 pieces, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and we have 2 pieces that are 1 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, so the same height, just different widths. So the first thing we're going to do is get these glued down onto our card base. So we're just going to just lower down a little bit here so you can still hear me when I sit down. I'm going to grab my glue and we're going to get this all glued down. I like to, once the glue is flowing, I like to get it on all my pieces. Okay, so then my bigger pieces here. All right, so now let's bring back that card base. So we'll start. I like to work left to right. I don't know. I think it's the lab tech in me. When I was working in the lab, we used to, have to set up our workstation and all our samples and pipettes and stuff like that. I would always, I think it's just, maybe that's just natural, right? To work left to right. Although I did meet some people that did work opposite, right? Maybe they're left-handed. I don't know. I like to work left to right. All right, so we're gonna just add these pieces to here as well. Now you can also, we're going to put white on the center. We're going to add a piece of basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4 to the center. If you wanted to, you could also change up the patterns, do different ones on the inside panels and on the outside. It's totally your card. You can do whatever you like, right? So here we go. We got 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go in here, but I'm not going to stick it down just yet because I want to do my stamping first. Okay. So there's the structure of the card. Oh, I've already done something that is not, no, it's okay. I'm going to go with it. Can you see the difference? It's like Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. I'm going to go with it. So you see what I did? On my sample, I put my pattern paper in the background. On this one, I put it on the inside. So let me open up my sample. There's nothing on the inside. So you know what? You could do that. You could add the paper to both if you want to, right? So we're just going to go with this. This is an alternate version, an oops version, but still okay, right? Okay. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring in my charcuterie board. This is what I like to call it. I have a lot of pieces already cut from these dies. Oh my goodness. I had so much fun playing with these dies. I'll share with you what I did. I took the house die and I took this little one that looks like a beach ball and I ran it through 2 pieces of petal pink. Okay, so because it's just outline die, you can get through 2 pieces of cardstock at one time and you can get the center. So if you're making 2 cards, you might as well cut 2 of everything. And what I did then is I took that house shape that it cut out and I ran it through the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. This folder is so stunning. It's 3-dimensional and it gives great texture. So here's what I got. I ended up with a house like this, with that eyelet pattern. Can you see that in the light? Oh, the texture is just amazing. So there's my house. All right, I'm going to show you where I'm bringing these dies in from. And then, let me bring it all in. I'll show you what I've got. I got a bunch of stuff on here. I love my glass vat. Love my little bento box, if you will. It can be a bento box. You can call it a bento box, charcuterie board. Whatever you want to call it. But this thing has just been such a great addition to my craft room because I use it to hold all my little bits. Okay, so I've got some pieces. I've got my bottom piece here with my bird perch. I've got a bird. I've got a stand. I've got a roof. We need a roof on our birdhouse. I've got this one here. This is a decorative edge. And I wanted to share with you, well, I cut two at once, and I'm going to share with you how I stamped on here. In the stamp set, they have this little, like 5 little scallops here, this stamp, and I'm going to bring in and show you what I did. I took early espresso ink, and I always like to, if it's photopolymer, I love to cut and then stamp. So here's what I did. I did just what I'm doing here. I stamped those little scallops on the edges. Isn't that fun? Kind of looks like, I don't know, shabby chic a little bit, you know. I just love the detail. Look at that. Okay, so let's put all this together. I also have a basic black 1 1/4 inch circle punch that I'm going to put behind the window just to make it look more realistic. Okay, let's get the glue flowing again here. And I'm going to add my glue to the rooftop first, and along the bottom we'll put the perch down, and we'll get that settled first. So let's go ahead, and you're going to get all the pieces. They won't be die cut, but you'll get big enough pieces of cardstock. I will send you a piece that is embossed, and you can just use your own dies to cut out your birdhouse and the hole and everything like that. So I don't require that you buy the embossing folder, but I'll send you a big enough piece of petal pink that's been embossed so you can actually do that. Okay, so now we're going to take the glue and we're just going to come in here on the inside part of this roof and add some glue. And then I can take this basic white scallop, the little, like, it's almost like curtains. And then we're going to put that up there like that. Look how pretty this is. So pretty. Okay, so then the basic black circle is going to go on the back. So I'm just going to flip it over, add a little ring of glue around that opening. Take your basic black circle and cover that. There we go. So then now we've got our birdhouse like this. So now we got the fun stuff, right? So I have a greeting that I've used the Nested Essentials. So I'll send you the Nested Essentials die, and you'll have to do your own white heat embossing because as per Stampin' Up policy, I cannot send you stamped images, but you're going to want to do that. If you don't want to do it in black, you don't have to. You could use your own white, but I'll be sending you a black one like this. I stamped Hello Friend with Versamark, put white embossing powder on it, use my heat tool to heat it up, and there's my greeting. Okay, so we've got the bird, we've got the greeting. What else do I have on this fun little board? I have florals. Look at this one. This one here is, let me bring the stamp set in. It's this stamp right here. I stamped with Memento, and I colored with Balmy Blue and some Misty Moonlight to make the colors on that flower. And I have another little tulipy kind of flower. I did the same thing. I used Pool Party and Balmy Blue. Pool Party for the leaves, Balmy Blue, and Misty Moonlight for the flowers. And now I have a whole bunch of leaves, and I've got some wild wheat flowers here. I love that you get all of these. So the flowers, let me just show you. You get 4 flowers, and it's almost like, well, you get 2 of each style. So I'm going to stack these on top of one another, make more 3-dimensional flowers. And you also get all these fun little leaf dies. So many fun little parts to the set. Okay, so let's get that glued down. So we're going to see how we're going to layer this up here. Whoops, my stuff's falling off. All right, so we're going to just put that there, and we're going to add, I like to do my layering from the back. So let's add some glue to these leaves. So there's 4 leaf patterns. So I'll be sending you the Granny Apple Green, so you can cut out 4 of these leaves. We've got 3 that are like singles, and then there's 1 that's like a double, just adding the glue to it here. And so that's 1, 2, and then there's a third one, 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th one there with glue on it. So let's add the leaves. So I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to pick these up, and we're going to add them. Let's see. Add 1 over here, like that, and then we're going to put, yes, the double one. We're going to put that up here, close to the window, like that. And then this little flower is going to sit right in front of those leaves. So we'll add a little bit of glue for that one. We're just layering all this fun stuff together. All right, so there's I'll move my dies out of the way. Don't need those right now. So we'll just put that there, like that. And then we're going to put the bird on the perch. So we'll just add a little bit of glue there. We'll just bring in that bird. Grab my Take Your Pick tool. It's easier to pick things up with that tool. I love this tool. If this goes missing in my craft room, I am like lost without it. Anybody else agree with me? Do you love your Take Your Pick tool? I love it. I don't know what I'd do without it. Like the glass mat, the Take Your Pick tool, my silicone mat. These are all must-haves in my collection. Okay, so now we're going to put the greeting right here. So I want to make sure that I'm only putting glue on the parts that's going to stick to. So I'm putting the glue on the perch and a little bit on the flower, and then I'm just going to come in here with my basic black Nested Essentials rectangle, and that's going to sit like that. Now if you want to pull up the flower, you get some wiggle room with your liquid glue there. Not much, but you get a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so there's the birdhouse, the little stand. We're going to add that to the card front. I don't want to add it just yet because I want to make sure that the height of the birdhouse is not too tall, right? So we're going to bring back our card base now, and I actually need my flowers. Let's grab those first. That's the last thing that I need. So I need 2 like that, and we're going to grab 2 like the other design. Okay. All right. And I didn't add all my leaves. Oh no, because I'm not done yet. Okay, so let's leave that there because they've got glue on them. They're ready to go. Now my flowers, we're going to stack them. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Let me move this off to the side so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Let's move up a little bit. So these flowers here, I'm adding a little dab of glue to the big one. And then we're going to just stack the smaller one on top. So there we go. So the glue goes on the bigger flower, and then we're just going to stack them up and offset those petals like that. So there's my first one, my cluster of wild wheat flowers. Just let that glue set for a second. And there's my second one. There we go. So we've got 2 clusters of floral going on here. Just going to hold them down till they set. And then this one is going to go, the small one is going to go over here with the bird like that. So I'm just going to add my glue to there, just behind the bird, and we're just going to tuck that little flower right there. I like the tone of the wild wheat with this color scheme. Just really adds a little pop of color. And this one is going to go on the front here. Okay, so down here. So let's come in with the birdhouse and see what we've got here. We want to put the birdhouse in the middle of our gatefold, right? So I'm laying it down, just doing a little dry fit here to see what's what. And then this piece, our stand, is going to be right in the center, but I want to be very strategic where I put my glue. So I'm laying the stand down, and I'm going to lift up, put a little tiny bit of glue up at the top, and then I'm just going to position that birdhouse so that it's not sticking off the top, not sticking off the bottom, and give that glue a little bit of a chance to adhere. All right, so now we're gonna lift up the birdhouse, and we're gonna flip it over, okay? And we're gonna add glue only to that side, okay? So let me show you again. I'm laying it here just a dry run, just to see where my glue is gonna go. So the glue has to go to the left, okay? On this side. So when I flip it over, you can actually take a pencil if you want to, and you can draw a line like this if this helps. No one's going to see this because it's going to be glued down. Just draw yourself a little line. And so this side of your die is good to put the glue. So we're going to add our glue like this. Just add that. And then the stand down here, this is important too. You don't want to put glue on the entire part of the stand because then you're going to glue your card shut. So I'm just going to add glue on the right side right there, and then along the bottom decorative part. All right, so can you see that? I'll hold it up close. So that's where I put my glue. Now I'm going to take my birdhouse, and we're just going to gently position this right in the center of the card along that score line and press down and let that glue set up like that. Give it a few seconds. And then our birdhouse is only stuck on that side. Now, if you don't like this look of seeing that on the inside, you can also cut another frame and cover it, but I'm okay with that. That's part of the structure of the card. I'm okay with that. Okay, so now it closes like that. So cool. And this flower here, we're going to put that down here like that, but I want to grab another leaf from my little bento box here. And we're going to add that to the background. It's got glue on it already, so I'm just going to add it right there. And then we're just going to put that flower right on top. You know, every flower has to have a leaf with it, right? So there we go. We've got that. Let's add our flower cluster right there. And again, there's no glue. See? No glue on this side. It's not going to glue it shut, but I wanted to put something along this decorative edge. Okay, now we're on to the inside of our card. So the inside of our card, 4 by 5 1/4, is going to sit in here like this. And then I have that extra flower. I actually was thinking when I was designing this card, I'm like, I'm going to put that somewhere. And you could put it on the front if you want to. It's totally up to you. But I thought I always like to add something to the inside of the card. So I'm going to glue that down here. But before I glue it, I'm going to stamp my greeting, because if I make a mistake, I can flip it over and try again, right? So for the greeting, I'm going to use this one here. Hope you have the best day ever. That's such an amazing greeting. And again, I love it because it's a mixed font, right? We've got cursive mixed with typeset. Oh, so amazing. So Misty Moonlight ink, keeping it all color coordinated here. Tap, tap, tap on the ink pad. And we'll stamp that right in the center. Straight down and straight up, no rocking. There we go. And then there's a happy birthday. There's also a happy birthday in this set right there. So I'm going to make this a birthday card. Never have too many birthday cards on in your stash, right? So we're going to stamp that right underneath. There we go. And then my flower is going to go right there. Isn't that easy? Such a fun, easy, interactive gatefold, double gatefold card. And there we go. We've got that done. Flip it over, add a tiny bit of glue. Remember, when you're working with liquid glue and white, basic white cardstock, the key is a small amount of glue. You don't need a lot of glue, and if you add too much, it's just going to come back to bite you, because it dries and you can see the rippling through the cardstock of where you put the excess glue. So don't put any excess, just put in just enough. So it folds like that together. And then I also cut from the dies, we've got this little cute little bow. Many of you mentioned yesterday on the video about doing Christmas gingerbread houses. Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely. These are going to be so many, there's so many fun elements to this birdhouse that you're going to be able to make Christmas houses, all kinds of different things. So if you want to, you're going to have enough early espresso cardstock to cut this bow. You could put it up here and then snip it if you want a bow at the top. I'm kind of liking just the roof with the scallops like that. So I'm going to leave mine plain, but I just wanted to show you that. And then I think, my friends, I have actually used every single die this week. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't used this little skinny part of the roof, but you can add layers to your roof if you want to put another layer on. You can use foil, silver foil, gold foil, you name it, right? So there we have it. This amazing set of dies and the amazing stamp set on sale, the bundle, 10% off. Grab it while you can. I'm in love with it. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little recap of my week of Country Birdhouse with you guys. Okay, bear with me while I grab my cards. I'm going to start with Monday, and we're going to end up with Friday. Fun Fold Friday. My favorite day of the week. I love Fridays. All right, let's get my cards here. Thanks for all the love, you guys. Okay, so we've got, on Monday, we did Global Design Project this week. The theme was wings, right? Everything was wings. So I chose to use the bird as my feature for this one. Here we go. This was my card for Monday. Night of Navy with Mel Mambo and a little bit of the white ink there, featuring what's the name? It'll come to me. This bundle came back in stock briefly last week, and I was going to go with it for the entire week, but then the stamp set sold out. So I had to pivot. On Monday. It'll come to me. Nature of Things. What was it called? I'm scrolling to see if anybody's typed it in already. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the love. Anyway, I'll get back to you. It's coming back anyway, but the dies are still available. So you can grab the dies and get the stamps when they come back in stock because they are amazing and I don't want you to miss. Spotlight on Nature. Thank you, Janet. Yes, Spotlight on Nature. That was going to be my bundle of the week, but I had to pivot on Monday because the stamps were sold out. So I still showed you this card, but I used the bird instead from the Country Birdhouse. Okay, that was Monday. Tuesday, we brought in the birdhouse and we played with that oxidized copper paper and a little bit of the pretty peacock. And we made that card. That's Tuesday's card. Wednesday, we did a swap card that I received in Mexico. This one right here. And I love, there was no information on this swap card, but I do think it's somebody from Australia because the swap card is slightly bigger, taller, and more narrow than we make over here in North America. So I had to adjust the measurements, but I loved this card so much. Still waiting to see if anybody can respond and tell me who made this beautiful card, but I loved casing this one. I featured some tearing techniques here on the planks and love this gorgeous DSP. It's not in stock right now, but it's coming back next week. But of course, when you purchase with me and you use my host code, you're going to get a piece big enough to make this card, right? I'm sharing my stash with you. Yesterday, we made the comedy of errors yesterday. We made this little box with the treats inside. I got rid of the shreddy because it was going all over my desk. But yeah, I did have some crumpled paper in there. So we made this little box, which is actually quite big. You can fit a lot in it. And then today is Friday, and we have our double gatefold card for our Fun Fold Friday. So there we have it in a nutshell. This is my week of Country Birdhouse. I hope you'll grab this one. The bundle is $163,401, $57.50. Just add maybe a pack of dimensionals or something to your order if you're from Canada. Minimum $60 order using my code, and I'm going to send them all to you. You will not get the die cut pieces. You have to have the bundle and also the stamps. You do need the entire bundle, and I'll send you all of the cardstock so that you'll be able to do your own die cutting. I will send you these circles over here, though, by the way, because I don't require you to have dies that are outside of this bundle. And the embossed pieces here, the distressed background, this one over here, distressed tile, and all of the embossed pieces will come your way as well. So let me flip you around. I hope you like this card. Today seemed, so far anyway, to go a little smoother than yesterday. Thanks again for all your support. I really had fun making this double gatefold card with you, and this card can be adjusted, used for all kinds of occasions. I love, those are my favorite fun cards, the ones that we can use, you know, put it in your stash, put the measurements in your collection in a binder or something, and then you have lots of ideas to make lots and lots of cards, right? Thank you so much. I wish you all a great weekend. If you're from Canada, have a great long weekend. I don't know if it's a long weekend in the United States, but it is here in Canada. Happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.